Tina, how are you? Okay, so I wanted to make you a quick video. Bear with me a little bit. I got my son. I'm in awful lighting. I've been like exercising and doing some things, so please don't judge me. But I wanted to show you this real quick with the different colors and where to put it and go step by step. So I looked up and you got Sandy, that will be your base highlight, and Aura is your brightener, your brightening highlight, and then Stone is your contour. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So you got the 30-second hack brush and you have the B squared brush, which is for blush and bronzer. I don't know if you've gotten this yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you just so you know how to use it, know how to use it once you get it. So I'm gonna start with this end of my 30-second hack brush and in the Sandy, which is your all over color, okay? And we're just gonna put this, you don't need, I barely got any on my brush, and you'll find out as you use it more how much you want and how much you need after you kind of work with it a little bit. So I'm gonna put this pretty much all over my head. I know I'm gonna contour up here so I don't go up here, but you can. It's not necessarily gonna hurt anything, but I know I'm not gonna, or I'm sorry, I know I'm gonna contour there, so I don't put anything there. So other than that, I'm just gonna put this pretty much everywhere. And again, this is Sandy, this is your all over highlight. And I even like to put it on my eyes because I use it as my eyeshadow primer. So you can just put it on there and then you don't have to deal with it when you do your eyeshadow. And I actually normally do my eyeshadow first, just for reference. So then I'm gonna flip my brush over to this side of the 30-second hack, and I'm gonna contour now. So now you're gonna go into your Stone, that's your dark color. And I'm just gonna start up here at my forehead. And I'm gonna go all the way across temple to temple. And you wanna make sure to get up, now normally I have my bangs down so it's not as big of a deal, but you wanna make sure, what are you doing? To go all the way up to your hairline so you don't have a white spot there. I don't know how you wear your hair or your bangs or whatever, but hold on, Nate, hold on, bear with me here, give me a second. Okay, so I'm gonna contour all the way across. Nate, hold on, bud. Here, hold on, Tina, give me 1 second. Do you wanna play in here? Okay. Wow. Okay, so I went all the way across. Now I'm gonna, still in my contour, take my brush and go right under my jawline. Start back at my jawline, my cheekbone. Back at my ear, I'm gonna go right under my cheekbone and I'm gonna go about to the middle of my eye. Just like that. Same thing on the other side. And then I'm gonna go along my jawline. I'm gonna start at the back, come all the way here. I do not contour my chin. Okay, so I stop about right here in line with my mouth. Just like that. Now, you can contour your nose now or you can wait till last. I go ahead and do it now because I've tried to wait until last, but then I forget to do it. So I go ahead and do it. So what I do is I'm still with the same side of the 30-second hack. I go ahead and take this in my fingers and squeeze it like this just to make it a little thinner to go up and down my nose. And you don't have to do that. It's just what I've found that makes it easier for me to contour my nose. And then I do a little bit at the bottom. Okay, and that's all the contouring I do. Then I'm gonna go back to the other side of my brush that we used on the Sandy, and if you had some like brush cleaner, you could clean it off. It's not incredibly vital that you do because we're gonna blend it all out anyways. So now you're gonna go into your Aura, that is your lightest color. Okay, and we're just gonna put it, kind of see how the top of your nose kind of makes an upside down triangle like this. We're gonna put that right there. And kind of fan it up a little bit. We want to see more light there. And kind of a triangle with your eye and your nose, like right here. So I start at the inner part of my eye and just kind of fan it out. Like that. And then just a little bit on my chin. And I go just right there too. You don't have to. You can kind of play around with it, see what you like. Okay, now to blend it. I really like to use a perfector sponge. If you order, again, I would highly suggest getting it to blend, especially with more mature skin. If you've got, and I'm not saying that you have mature skin, I honestly don't remember, like around your eyes, if you have wrinkles and things like that, like for my grandma, I made sure she got a perfector sponge because she's got quite a bit of, you know, lines going on, and this is so awesome for that. So if you use a perfector sponge, make sure you get it wet, and then what I do is I just push the makeup into my face. And if you get that, we can go over that, but I'm just gonna use this to blend since I know this is what you have, okay? So again, if you had brush cleaner, I would probably clean this, but you don't have to, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm just gonna start at the top, and I'm just gonna start blending. And the more you kind of go along, the more you'll kind of figure out how much you want to blend. Like how much do you want to see your contour lines, and how much do you want to blend it out? Like now when I come down here, I pull this down my neck. When I first started doing this, I blended it out a lot more than what I do now. I've gotten to where I'm a little more comfortable with seeing that contour, and I want to see the contrasting shadows and lights. But when I first started, it was like, oh my gosh, this is so different from what I'm used to, that I did not. So I kind of start with my dark color, or my contour color, and kind of work my way around, and then work my way inward, if you've kind of noticed that. And you don't have to. The more you do it, you'll just kind of find a routine that's good for you. Okay, so you can see everything's been blended out. I am so sorry, the lighting here is just awful, I will tell you. But I just didn't have time to go out and set my whole big thing up at my other table. So now I'm gonna do my bronzer. So I'm gonna switch to my B squared brush and use the bigger puffy end. And if you wanna do your Bella bronzer this way, you can. If you wanna put it all over your face, some people put it all over their face first before they even do what I just did, especially more in the winter when you don't have as much color to your skin. But I kind of right now, because my face is a little bit more tan than what it normally is, I just want to give myself more of a sun-kissed glow. So I just put it where light typically hits me, or the sun typically hits me more. So, and honestly, it's kind of just where I contour. So I do it up here on my forehead, kind of do it here. I don't want to go up too high because I'm going to put blush there. I do my nose, oops, and then I do under my jaw, and then I bring mine down my neck because my neck gets absolutely no color. I like to bring some continuity to the look instead of just having this kind of tan, and then my chest is tan and my neck is white. So I have a white shirt on, so I'm not going to do it. Sorry. But normally I just do all over my neck just like that, okay? So again, you can play with this bronzer. It's so, it's just got such a beautiful glowing color. You can kind of play with how much you like, you know, how much kind of tan or kind of sun-kissed glow you want to give yourself. Okay, last thing. Oh my gosh, my son is just crazy today. So I'm going to flip my brush over to this end for my blush. And you can use a single color for your blush. You can mix your blushes. I think you've got multiple colors because you won the color. So I really love to just play around with different colors. So this is my palette, and I have found it's better to start, if you're gonna mix colors, to start in your light and go to your darker color, because I've had to clean off the top of these because they all had this on top of it. So I'm gonna start in here, and I just kind of work my way around. That's all I do to mix them. And then I just put it on the apples of my cheeks real light. These colors are so pigmented, you don't need much at all, I will tell you. So, you know, kind of play around first and figure out how much you like to use before you like go, and you'll just be like covered in it, because it is, you just hardly use any at all. I've had these, I do that same thing almost every day, and I've had these since, I don't know, March, and like you can, it barely looks like I've used them. So that's what I do for a blush. And then for my lip color, again, you can use a single color or you can layer your colors. When I layer my colors on my lips, I start with my dark color first, because it's easier to lighten the dark color to get the shade you want. If you start with your light color, you're just gonna cover it up with your dark color. You're not really gonna mix them the way you want to. So I will just show you this. This is Sandstone. It's my absolute favorite. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put Hollywood. I can't remember what other color you got. Summer Love maybe on top. And then when I go into my lighter color, I use 2 different fingers for my top and my bottom. So I don't, again, I'm not like transferring the color into that lighter, or the darker color into that lighter color. Okay, so that's it, you're done. You can do your eyes then, or if you want to do them first, you can do them first. I like to do them first just because I tend to blend the heck. Our eyeshadows are so pigmented, just like this. I blend, and sometimes it ends up out here, so then when I do my hack, it just covers it up and I don't have to mess with it. So that's it. If you have any questions, send me a message. I'd be happy to help you. If you want to get on FaceTime, we can do it step by step together. Either way, it's totally fine with me, but I hope you have a great day. See ya.